Hello friends, Jennifer with JD Designs here, and today I have the fourth layout in the Close to My Heart November 2016 Happy Christmas Bundle Special. For full details on this special, head on over to my online store at jddesigns.ctmh.com. I will leave a link down in the comments below. But let's go ahead and get started, and we're going to put this layout together. Once you have cut all of the pieces according to the workshop guide for these layouts, they assemble together rather quickly. So we're going to start with the left page here. I've gone ahead and attached this strip of fern cardstock to our white base, and we are going to go ahead and get started adding the rest of the pieces. Today I will be using the new Tombow permanent adhesive, Tombow mono adhesive, that Close to My Heart is now offering. But you can use your favorite adhesive of any sort. What's great about this one is these are refillable, so you just simply pop it open and you can buy a pack of refills. You get 4 refills in a pack, and it's a great adhesive, quick and easy tape runner. So we're going to go ahead and turn this, and we're going to attach it approximately a 1/2 inch down and a 1/2 inch in. I've got my handy ruler here. I love this ruler. It is actually a quilting ruler, but I absolutely love it. It really helps me when I'm doing projects like this because it is a little bit oversized and helps me get everything in place. So we're going to go ahead and attach that piece there. And then it looks like our next base comes about a 1/2 inch in from that one. And it will be this beautiful blue and gray. I think it's almost probably glacier and slate plaid from the My Crush pages. Go ahead and stick that one down as well. Alright, so that one looks like it goes about, I want to say it's about a 1/2 inch from here, and it looks like it's about 1/2 inch. Whoop. Get that straight. Not worried about it being too perfect, but I don't want it to be too wonky either. So we'll put that one right about here. Looks like we're about a 1/2 inch. We're centering it on the red piece there. So now we've got both of those pieces down. Get this out of the way, and then what we're going to do from here is we will add our photo mats, which, as I've done in the other layouts, what I have done is I've simply taken a piece of computer paper, cut it to the size of the photo because I don't have my photos available yet, and then I will just use a little bit of adhesive on them so that way I can place them here so I remember when I go back to add pictures from this holiday season, I will remember what size photos to use on these layouts. Plus, they also help to make adding the extra embellishments just a little bit easier, as there are pieces like these, which are little photo tabs of sorts, little flags, and I've gone ahead and I've bannered to a point these ones here, and then we just add one of these right about here. And so now I can easily, once I've added my picture, I will add a little glue dot or something underneath there. But for now, I can easily get my picture in and out of there. Then I'm going to go ahead and add, I've got this Picture My Life card. I'm going to go ahead and flip this upside down. I hope that doesn't bother you. But I find when I'm working on the top part of my layout, rather than work over my bottom part, it's easier for me just to flip my layouts over. And this piece here is 2.5 inches, and here I'm working with 3.5, so I'm going to leave about a 1/2 inch. I'm going to leave a 1/2 inch down from the top, again using my handy dandy ruler here, and it looks like we're going about 1.5 inches in. So I'm actually going to move that over to make it a little bit easier on myself, so I'm not doing a ton of math. Alright, and so we're going to go 1.5 in and add this, the Very Happiest Holidays title. And then from there, I have these two brown rectangles. We'll go ahead and stick these on. I'm going to line these up about like this. I don't think they tuck under at all. But if I don't tuck it under, I've got very little space there. So maybe they are supposed to tuck under slightly. Let me just check that out a minute. I might have cut those slightly too big. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull out my guide, and I'm looking for 4B and 4C. So if I head back to the front of my guide, and I look for project 4, which is the one we're working on, I will see that the brown pieces, let's see, oh, it's this blue, kind of glacier blue. Oh, it came from this one. So these are supposed to be 1 3/4 by 1 1/4. So it does look like they are right on track there. Let's see if there's anything in the directions here on attaching 4B and 4C. So to attach 4B and 4C. Dovetail the, oh, I'm supposed to dovetail them. Okay. So that might help. Okay, that was where I was messing up there. I need to dovetail these. And so the best way to dovetail a large piece like this is you're going to cut in like this, and then go ahead and cut from corner to the tip of that peak that you've made, and then flip it around and do the exact same thing. Then you know that you're meeting perfectly in the center. And because I've already added adhesive here, we'll just toss these aside. But I'm going to hold on to this a minute, because what I want to do to make sure that they're even, I'm going to go ahead, flip them over, and then just match up my dovetail there like that. And then I can just drop that one because I know I'm good. I can match up this one. That way they look roughly even. And you don't have one that has a real deep peak and one that has a real light peak. So we'll go ahead and do that. Tuck this right about here. Did I put that in the right spot? I was doing 1 1/2, right? Yeah, looks like I did put it where it belongs. And that's okay. It'll work. So we're going to take that and stick that there. And then we do have this little piece of the red polka dot paper from the My Crush. We're going to go ahead and stick that one up underneath here. I probably should have stuck that down before I stuck that other one down tightly. And I'm not going to worry too much about it being all the way up underneath there. I just want to make sure I'm getting it straight. So what I'll do is I'll stick it like that. Add a little bit more adhesive up underneath here like that. And then I'll go ahead and take and flip this over and cut the rest of that piece off. So now that's on there just like that. Looks good. Throw away this little red scrap because it's got some adhesive on the back. And again, I'm going to flip this back upside down because I want to ensure that when I put this all together, I put this all about even. Again, not too stressing out about it, but at the same time, don't want it to be too wonky. Hopefully you can't see my big head in there as I'm leaning over this. So again, we're going to tuck this right up here. I actually want to tuck it just a little bit underneath to kind of give it a good layered look. Tuck that there. Oh, and I didn't do that over here, so we're just going to bend that up a little bit so it looks like it's tucked under there. Add some adhesive on the back of this red strip. Measure out about how high I went here. It looks like I went about 1 1/4 inches. So we're going to do the same thing over here, just again to make sure it looks like one giant strip running behind there. So then we will lift this up, tuck it up behind. Oh, easier said than done, Jen. So we'll get that tucked up behind there like that. Get my fat fingers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. And again, it's a little bit too long. I probably should have put that on before I put these brown flags on, but you know what? Doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and trim that off. And there we go. Now it looks like we have one embellishment to add on this side. We're going to go ahead and add one of these beautiful little red ribbon bows, red glitter bows. And we're going to add that right up here above the Happiest Holidays. Just add a little bow right there. And we will call that page done for now. Set that page aside. I'm going to go ahead and grab our other page, which I screwed up and put adhesive on the wrong side, and I did something. I actually stuck these on another layout and had to pull them off. If you remember my last video, I had to pull them off and replace them with the sea glass on the other layout. So then we're going to go ahead and we will start building here. And this one will be a little bit interesting to build. It looks like all of our embellishments are going to be focused and concentrated over on this side. So we have two of these red pieces, a short one for the top, then we're going to add this golden yellow piece, and then down here we're going to add some journaling and a red strip, and then in the middle we're going to put this joy, and then we'll add these over here. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go ahead and lift all these away, and I'm going to stick down these little red pieces. And to do that, I'm going to measure these back out. They're 3/4 of an inch. And again, I had I think these are 3.5. So I'm going to go, see if the directions tell me where to put those so that I don't have to do the math. It says to attach them 1 inch from the right of the, no. Doesn't really tell me. So what I'm going to do is I am going to give it my best guess here. And if I have 3/4, that leaves me 2 3/4. So I'm going to need 1 3/8. Yes, I just did math, and not really something I choose to normally do when I'm scrapbooking, because I like to scrapbook and de-stress, not add in some crazy mathematical issues. But we'll go ahead and put a strip of adhesive right here so I can stick this guy down. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing down here. Just run a longer strip. Doesn't matter because it'll get covered up. And we'll go ahead and stick this guy right about there. Just gives that a good ribbon effect down the middle. And then we're going to go ahead and add the rest of these pieces. So first up, we'll add this golden mustard yellow piece. We'll tuck it right on the top here. And then overlap it just slightly. Again, I want to make it look like that ribbon, that strip is going behind there. And then we will do, hopefully I'm not making you sick by flipping my paper all around, but you're truly getting to see how I scrapbook, and I flip things and toss things and do every which way so that I can get things lined up properly. I'm sure I can't be the only one that does that. Alright, and so now that we've got those in place, we can go ahead and add some adhesive to the back of this joy piece, which came out of the center of one of the My Crush pages. So we'll go ahead and line that up. Oh, I guess I wasn't able to overlap those. I left a little bit of a gap, so we have to butt these up nice and tight. So we'll go ahead and fix that. Get my big hands out of the way here in a second. Oh, yeah, a little bit more adhesive behind that guy. All right, and then we'll pop this one back up. Oh, it looks like I already butt that one up nice and tight. I didn't overlap it too much. So hopefully Now, when I stick this back on here, I will fill in that gap. Well, apparently not. I'm not sure how I ended up with such a big gap there. Huh. Well, what I'm going to do then is I will leave just a little bit of a gap there. And then I will come back in and fill in it maybe with some shimmer trim. Or I will leave that because you can see a little bit of the green here and a little bit of the green there. That might be good. Or you know what I think I did wrong? I'm betting if I... Let me center this a little bit more. I think I figured out why I have such a big gap. I go like this. Lift this up. Looks like my red is overhanging my green there a little bit too much. So we'll go ahead and stick this nice and tight up against there. And then we'll grab this one here. And then we'll pick that one up. I'll add some more adhesive to the back of that. Well, when you scrapbook in real time on a video, I guess you're going to see the problems that I have. So we'll go ahead and line that back up there. Make sure I'm buttoning that. Oop. Get that nice and tight right up there like that. Yep, and we're a little bit off down there. But you know what? I'm not going to stress out too much because a little bit extra shows. Nobody will know that I messed up other than those of you that watch this YouTube video. Nobody's going to know. And once I get pictures on, it's not going to make too much of a difference anyways. Peeled off a little bit of the back of that B&T paper there. No big deal because I'm not using that side, so we'll just flip this back over. Tuck this back in here, right about there. And we're going to call that good. Looks pretty good enough for me. Alright. And then what I am going to do is turn this slightly. Again, we're going to work from the side. And I'm going to use my ruler, and it looks like I attached these pieces about 1/2 inch in. So if we put this right about here, then I can go ahead and I'm going to attach these strips, and the first one is going to go at 1.5 inches down. So I'm going to run some adhesive here, pick this up, and we're going to put this piece here. Whoops, a little bit too crazy there with my adhesive. But the good nice thing about this is you can just peel it back. I know you can also do this with ATG, and it's wonderful that you can just peel that adhesive kind of back up and just flake it right off your layout and nobody's any the wiser. There, just get it right off of there. Alright, we'll tuck this back underneath here. And it looks like I'm going to leave 1.5 inches from the bottom as well. Well, and it would have been helpful if I left 1.5 inches. Instead, I only left 1 inch. That's why I had too much adhesive there. I didn't put this down far enough. So here's 1.5 inches. And I do need to add that little bit back in. Wow. Maybe I shouldn't have been filming videos tonight. Obviously, I need to get some rest and tackle this tomorrow. But whatever. We're making it work, right? Oh, no, we're not. Because then Jen just went and made that very crooked. You are just getting to see all my flaws tonight. Alright, hopefully this video doesn't end up being 1.5 hours long. But we'll go ahead and we'll get her done here in a minute. So we tuck that one there. Alright, then we're going to run about from here, get that about 4 inches. Tuck this one, also at 1.5 inches up. Had a little extra adhesive that time, not too much. Just go ahead and brush that off here as I knock everything over on my table. Alright, flick that off. Brush all that off. And then we're going to take these two photo mats and we're going to stick them down right next to these, because this is eventually where the other two photos on this layout will go. We will also stick this guy down. And we are just about done. We're going to grab these two tabs. And again, just stick adhesive on the tip there. These ones are going to go just over. Actually, I can pretty much completely adhere these ones down because there's not much that's going to be left on the photo itself. So this one's going to go right about here. Very nice. And then this one will go right about here. Perfect. And then we're going to go ahead and with this last glitter ribbon bow that we have set aside for this layout, we will go ahead and take that and we're going to stick it right on top of the bow that's already on this gorgeous piece of the My Crush. And then that'll complete this layout. Let me go ahead and put this back. I'll pull both pages in here so that you can see them side by side. This beautiful Happiest Holidays layout. Love it. Love the photo sizes. It'll be great for some Christmas pictures, maybe from Christmas afternoon or another event during the holiday season. If you're interested in ordering this, the CTMH special Happy Christmas, it is available until the end of November 2016. You can head on over to my online store and purchase it there. Simply click along the top and select the Happy Christmas special, and you can get all the details and the different bundle information. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or drop me a private message, hit me up on Facebook, send me an email, whatever you need to do. But until next time, remember to design with heart. Bye-bye.